Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope this works. I can do a lot of lives on physically, but on Facebook, I've never really wanted to do this. But today, I have to because I have a message right here, and I thought about saying it maybe just from my heart, but I'm not the author of the message, so I want to give her the due honor, and that's why I'm going to read it out, and at the end I'm going to tell you her name. So let's just get on. If you're on, just let me know, and invite your friends as well. It would be nice to have people. Okay, if you're on, just let people know so they can come on, and we're gonna start shortly. This is also in line to tell you about my series that's coming up on Real Inspiration on my YouTube channel. And just like I said, we're supposed to have started that series a long time ago. I love you too, sir. Gift Milton Herman. Thank you for being on this moment. Just share and let people come on so I can read this beautiful message that was written by a sister and a friend of mine. She's very poetic. She gets to write a lot of poems, and I tell her to publish them, but she's not so comfortable with doing that. Well, everybody has their insecurities. Maybe mine was coming live on Facebook. But anyways, today I'm here, so just share so people can come on. Greetings, Sir Matthias Nyambi. Thank you for being on there. Just share and get a lot more people to come on so we can start. I don't want this to be very long, but I hope that it's going to be worth it. So on Tuesday, we're beginning with the series, My Journey Out of Depression. So a lot of people have been asking me, Princess, did you really get depressed? Yes, I didn't only get depressed. I actually got suicidal tendencies as well. So probably if I got to act on those tendencies I had, you probably not have me on this live show. Thank God for God. I didn't get to that level. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm coming up with these tips I used on how to get out of depression, so that some other person who is almost getting in or is there already can be able to get and not get to act out the cravings or the things that depression comes with. You know, it comes with loneliness, it comes with sadness and all that kind of stuff. But well, I'm a very jolly, jovial person, so a lot of people really didn't believe me when I was saying I was depressed. But that's fine, you know. A friend of mine also just said that recently. She was really depressed, and she's the kind of jovial person. So when she told me she was serious, I actually had to talk with her for a while, and she said yes, that she was serious. She wasn't kidding about it when she said it. And I was like, okay, right now I get to understand why a lot of people said they didn't believe me when I said I was depressed. You know, so it's fun to get to know that there are lots of people out there like that who will be all jolly, jovial, making other people happy, but they themselves are not happy or they're depressed on the inside. It's really crazy. So I'm starting up with the series. It's starting on Tuesday, March. That's supposed to be I think the 4th of March. Yeah, should be 4th of March. So that's when we're starting with that series. And Real Inspiration comes up on Clitin Mills, our YouTube channel, every once a week. So, but mostly on Tuesdays. So I'm hoping that people are going to follow on through that series. Some of the tips that I use to get out of depression, they're not only for people who are depressed, because I'm still using some of them right now while I'm out of depression already. I'm back to me, the happy me, bubbly me, excited me. I'm back, and I'm still using some of those tips because they're just, you just have to use them for life. Some of them, you become used to it so much so that you just get on with it. So yes, why not? You can get on, get to share, so a lot more people can come online, and then we can just start. So in like the next 10 minutes, we're going to be starting, and I want to give us this message that was written here. It felt so much like me when I was going through depression, so I said, well, that should be the perfect start for my series. So I had to come up live. I've been running away from coming on live, you know, so if I'm actually messing up right now, don't get worked up. That's the me who has been scared to come on live on Facebook. I know Sir Gift has wanted me to do something for him on Facebook live, and I've been freaking out. So maybe after this I'll have a lot more courage to come on some more, and then we're going to get his promo or bonanza that he wanted to do. So get to share, and just let me know you're there so I can say hello to you, I can greet you, and then we're going to continue with the program. So like I'm saying, this is all in a beat to make you aware of the series that's coming up, my series on real inspiration. It's all about helping people get to know how to get out of depression. I saw a professional. I recommend a professional as well. So even when you have to use the tips I'm going to be giving subsequently, like every week, you still need to see a professional. Trust me. A lot of people laughed me to scorn when I had to do that, because in Africa, it's really not a normal thing. Like, who does that, you know? But out of Africa, it's normal. When I had to see a counselor, I was still in Africa. So some people are going to say, oh, maybe it's because you're out of the country, that's why you saw a counselor. No. It was in Africa that I saw a counselor. So if you want to get the right persons to give you the prescriptions for what you have to get out of. Okay, so yes, I am Princess Clitin. I got depressed. I'm out, and I love people believing in themselves and getting to be the best of who they're supposed to be. So they too don't get into that situation where I got into. And sincerely speaking, I wouldn't wish depression even for an enemy. Yeah, it's that painful, that hurting, that bad. I wouldn't even wish it for an enemy if I have any, you know. Sometimes they tell us that people just get to become your enemies, not because you made them your enemies. Some people will just not like you. That's okay, it's fine. And some people will like you to some point and they won't like you anymore. That's okay, that's fine. We have to get used to that. But the difficult thing with people like us who are extroverts and we kind of easily make friends is that when we make friends, we really want to stick with the friends. So when they want to let go, when they don't want to be with us anymore, it gets kind of hard for us to let go. So it gets really difficult and really crazy. But, well, letting go has to happen when it has to do with your peace, your sanity, and your well-being. You have to let go. I'm going to say this, and a lot of people are not going to like it, but it's the truth. Prayer is not going to get you out of depression. You have to act. Yes. Even the Bible says watch and pray. So you have something that you have to do. Watch. You have something that you have to do. You have an action you have to take. So don't only say you're going to go praying, or you're going to say to your pastor. If your pastor is a counselor, professional counselor, fine. If it's not, please meet a professional. Okay? So it's not just all about prayers. It's not just all about maybe telling someone. Yeah, telling someone it's important. Speak up. That is the one most important thing that people who go through abuse, you know. And there's one thing I wanted to clarify. A lot of people were like, what? You're a domestic violence victim? And you know, most people believe that domestic violence has to do with physical, like they beat you up or something, you have wounds, you have bruises, and that's when they believe that you're being violated or something like that. But it's not. It's way beyond that. There is financial domestic violence, there's emotional, there's psychological. There are just so many. There are just lots and lots of them. Well, mine was emotional and psychological, so people couldn't really notice because people could not see me with physical bruises and all that stuff. They didn't see me frowning. I was hardly ever alone. You know, I have lots of friends, so I always try to be around people so I don't get very worked up. That I was doing on my own, and it worked because it was one of the tips I had to use. Don't stay alone, okay? So let me not go preaching what I have to already say some other time eventually. So domestic violence doesn't have to do only with physical bruises and wounds and all that stuff. It's way beyond that. So let's get that at the back of our minds. So when I'll be talking about it, some people will be like, oh yeah, so this is possible. It's true that maybe you were actually depressed or something. And yes, I was, which is the truth. So the first time it happened to me, I took it lightly because I was like, well, let me kind of self-medicate. We do that a lot of times, you know. Today I have a headache, I just go to the pharmacy. There's a pharmacy close to my house. So the last time I had a headache, I took maybe paracetamol. So, well, now again, it's another headache. So let me just go take paracetamol again. Well, it could be something else. So sometimes be careful. Self-medicating is not really good. It's not. So my self-medication didn't work. It actually made the scenario worse. And I told myself, I got into another series of that same scenario again, the same relationship. I had not gotten out of hurt. I had not healed very well. I got into another relationship. It turned out all sour, you know, not so nice. Why? Because I had not healed. So the problem might have not even been the guy, but as at that point in time, I'll be blaming the guy. I carry all my insecurities, my tarnished and crushed self-esteem, and I'm getting into a new relationship. Of course, what do I expect? I don't expect it to be beautiful. It can't be. I am sick. I'm a patient. I need help. And until I get well and healed, I'm not supposed to be in another relationship. It's a whole and complete person who gets into a relationship. So I had to get healed to be able to get into a beautiful relationship or make one relationship I'm in beautiful. But with the state I was in, that was just impossible. So we're getting on and on and on. It's like 2 minutes more and we'll be starting with what we have for today. Like I said, this is just about opening up the series that I'm starting on Tuesday, My Journey Out of Depression. I don't know how long that's going to run, but I hope that you're going to follow me on that series on my YouTube channel. And I'll also be posting some of the videos here, not fully, because I'll need you to go to my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry about that. So I need you to get to my YouTube channel. So of course, I would have to be posting the full videos there. I'll be redirecting you there with the links. And like I said, I saw this story. It was written by an amazing person. And when she sent it to me, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good opening, good intro for my series that's coming up. Okay, so I'm sure you all are ready. I'm sure many more people are going to catch up with us. You just leave a comment, you ask a question if you have to, and I'll respond to the question at the end of it. So let's get it. It's Royal Inspiration, it's Princess Clitin, and we're getting on today with this message. Like I said, I wanted to say it out from my heart, but I'm not the person who wrote it. So let me get it from the person's heart to you. And maybe a lot of you out there are going to relate. I talk a lot, so I kind of get too fast, but I'm going to read this slowly so that it's going to sink in for anyone who is listening. And just like I said, it's just in a bid to open up my series that is starting soon, My Journey Out of Depression. So let's go on. We're starting already. And this is what it reads. I should have gone, but I gave myself reasons to stay. Telling myself it's the last time. I did that a lot. Tried to correct the wrong things I said. Well, that he provoked me to say. Told myself I should make peace. We didn't have to be enemies, right? It's like I forgot all what he put me through. The emotional torture I endured happily. Of course, I'm a happy person, so yes. I told myself I'm giving up too soon. Okay? That I got to fight for what I believe in. I told myself I'm ringing his phone for my own satisfaction, not his. That's so not true. I made myself believe him being in my life helps my sanity. Well, you know, sometimes they tell us about the age thingy, and they tell us about you're not growing any younger, why are you not married, why are you not this, why are you not in a relationship, and all those questions and all the pressure that they put us through. So we get to tell ourselves, well, let me just hang in there. Maybe I'm not going to get any other person. That's a lie from a pit of hell, okay? You deserve better. Then we're continuing. It's like I forgot how hurt I feel when his words don't rhyme with the feelings I have. I ignored the actions and waited patiently for his I miss you speeches. Yeah. We always want that, which usually comes only after I call. Well, at least it comes. That's what you tell yourself. I forgot that words have to be backed up by actions. I yearned for his deceitful smiles. I held on to his I'll call you back later, which never happens, till I called first. And I made excuses for him. Very creative ones, I can assure you. Very creative ones. I used to do that a lot. Like when I'm explaining this to maybe my sister or someone who is my leader, and they're telling me, okay, we have that. Oh my God. Oh, sorry about that. I wish we can fix that. Oh my goodness. Sorry. We're going to continue soon, shortly. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Okay, and we're going on. So like I said, I gave very creative excuses for why he would not call me. And sure, so my friends, sisters, my leaders were telling me lots of times, if this guy is behaving this way, he doesn't love you anymore. He doesn't want to be in the relationship anymore. But I still had to console myself. Like, this is just it. This is the perfect relationship. I have to stay here. I can't get out. I'm not going to get any other relationship anymore. So I can't get out of this. That wasn't true. That was so fake. You know, when you're not treated right, get out of the relationship. You deserve better. Treat the person right. I'm not saying treat people bad. I'm not saying when you have issues in your relationship, you should just back off. No. But when it gets to a point where you have to do that over and over and over, you have to be the one fixing things over and over and over, it gets really crazy. Don't do that. Get out. It's already getting abusive. So these are some of the excuses that she writes down. Oh, he's busy. I think he just forgot to call. He's probably mad at what I said. Really? What did I say that we can talk about so that we get past that stage? I had to travel back to our conversations. I do that a lot. To find out where I went wrong. I thought I had to be the bigger person and call him back. Yeah. Or so I thought. I had to teach him how to communicate. I love talking, so of course I get to think I need to tell him all the time, this is how I want it to be, this is how I love it. Communication is key, communication is important, so of course I had to teach him. I had to teach him how to relate, maybe teach him how to love me. Well, it wasn't working in my case. I was a sick person. So I needed a different kind of love. And of course, he probably couldn't give me that. He couldn't afford it. It's not about money. He couldn't afford it maybe per time, with all what I wanted. So he really couldn't afford it. And I never thought maybe he wasn't in love with me anymore. Yeah, most of the times that wouldn't cross your mind. I never realized that evidence is more reliable than speculations. Oh yes. Oh yes. A lot of us ladies, we get to assume a lot. We just speculate like, well, maybe this is the reason why. No. I learned in life that ask questions. When you're not sure, ask questions. Don't assume. Don't. Even if you think this is what could be the reason, even if you're sure like you're sure, still just ask. There's no harm in asking and being sure, like super sure. Just ask, okay? So I go on with the message, says, I shouldn't have waited too long to quit. But when I try to, then he starts seeing me. Very true. Then I become relevant. Then he calls frequently. I relax. Happy once again, right? In his deceit, willfully choosing ignorance. That's crazy. Ignoring all the signs from the beginning. His one good deed cancel the tons of hurt that I ever got. I know that. And then I think it might work again. So I ignore all the energy I put to letting him go the first time. I'm back to zero, right? The walls I built, he put a hole right through it and sneaks back in. Till he goes being comfortable when I have to be the one calling, text messaging, finding out how he's doing, and all the things that we get to do to keep the relationship alive, to keep the relationship working, and then he goes back to that state. But when I'm about leaving, when I'm about letting go, he started noticing, like, okay, this girl who is all over me is no longer all over me. This girl who calls me all the time is no longer calling me all the time. Oh yeah, I think I'm losing this one right now. So he starts coming back, and then I forget all that. And then the cycle continues. He gets back to being complacent. He gets back to being nonchalant. And then I have to go through that process all over again. So you don't want to do that over and over and over. Well, till he goes back to being comfortable, to treat me like an already acquired utensil. This one got me, but it's true. Saying I'm his last bus stop. Boy, no. No. I should be your only boss. Not bus stop. Boss. We ride till the end. There ain't any stops in this bus. Yes, no stops. Then I have to go through it again and again. This time, telling myself, I've seen his snake before. I don't care if he shows me he's warm. I'm leaving. I am leaving, and it's definite. This time, I am leaving for real. I go back and forth with this. It doesn't matter how many times I said yes. One day, I finally gave my no. A no that couldn't be reserved. A no that I could never reverse. And yes, that's when I started my healing process. This story, I'll post it under this link so people can read through it, because I was talking through the story. So I'm going to post it on this link and people can read through it, and you would really get to relate, especially if you're going through this. So you would have to be one of those persons who would have to follow me on my series, My Journey Out of Depression. This story was written by Alvana Lydia Elisha. You can also follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and all her social media handles. I'll get to put it there with her name tag on it, because I give honor to whom honor is due. Plagiarism is very easy right now, especially on social media, because everybody can post any and everything. So yes, truth is, a lot of times we go through all these really hard situations. We go through all these depressing situations. We go through all these difficult moments, and some people smile through it. I do. I smile through pain. I smile through worry. And people think you're fine. You don't get problems. You don't get troubles. Hello, Jenny. Welcome. Thank you for being there. And the many more people who are coming up, just share so they can get to follow up even after we get done with this, because I'm almost signing up soon. And just like I'm saying, my series is coming up, My Journey Out of Depression. That someone looks happy, that someone looks gorgeously dressed, that someone looks amazing, doesn't mean they don't have difficult situations, they don't have difficult moments. So if you get that urge someday that you should talk to someone because they seem down, they don't seem like the person you get to know, or maybe someone is telling you help this person and you're looking at them, they don't look like they need help, just ask. Go ahead and ask. I have this urge, I have this feeling, I have this burden, like I should do something for you. What is it that you want me to do for you? Like, just talk to the person. You just never know. You can be saving a soul, you can be saving a life. Have you spoken to a loved one today? Someone who has not been talking to you like forever? Just send them a text message. That could be someone's one step out of getting to kill themselves, one step out of getting into depression. You know, it just could be that one call. It just could be that one SMS. It just could be something. A smile, even that can heal people. Yes, of course. I've not seen a place where I actually smiled on someone and I didn't get a smile back. You know, so when you smile a lot, you get a lot of smiles back, and your environment is beautiful. So yes, I got into depression. I got out again. I saw this story, which was written by Alvana, and it was a very beautiful one. And I decided to come live on Facebook today so that I can tell you about it. And then I can also tell you about my series that is coming up. So people always get to ask me, what is Real Inspiration all about? It's just about unleashing the real you. How do we do that? We get to make you with our stories, with our songs, with our quotes, and things that happen to people, things that are happening around us in our daily lives, very practical and very real, so that you get to be the best of you that is. God expects you to be you and original. You can't be any other person. Nobody can be you. There can't be any other you apart from you. So be original. That's our idea. That's how Real Inspiration was born. To help people believe in themselves and be their best versions. So that, of course, when you look back, you'll be able to tap your back and say, oh yeah, that's good. I actually used up my potentials totally and completely. So thank you again, Sir Give Milton Herman, for being here today. Thank you, Sir Matthias Nambi. Thank you, Jenny, Cutting Girl, and for every other person who was connected today, who was live today on the show. I hope that you had a great time. I hope that this is going to spur you. You can also share so other people can learn. And I believe that we all are going to change the world in our own little way. It's just one step at a time. I'm Princess Clitin. I always get to say I love you so very much. But God loves you way more. Just get to share, and share. We're starting on Tuesday. No missing out. Bye-bye.